If you are suffering from gray hair and you are embarrassed to, you want your hair to go from this to this, then this transformation is possible. I'm a doctor and a licensed hair care practitioner, and I'm telling you that there are some cases of gray hair which can be reversed. So stay with me to see this DIY remedy. I'm not saying that this will give you effect in one time application, but gradually as you keep using it, it will definitely give you effects. It is my own tried and tested, and many of my patients have been using this remedy. So now, without wasting any time, let's straight dive into the remedy. Take 2 cups of water in a pan. If you have an iron pan, that's the best choice. If you don't, then use steel. But remember, iron really makes a difference. Why am I stressing about iron? Because when you cook in iron, a very tiny amount of natural iron mixes into your water. And iron is like a magnet for color. It binds with the pigments we'll add later and makes them stick together stronger to your hair. That's why old remedies often use iron pots for hair and skin preparations. So 2 cups of water and on low flame. Don't rush the process. We want a slow simmer, not a rolling boil. Slow heat pulls out the goodness from every ingredient very nicely. Now, once it is hot, we have to add around 2 tablespoons of black tea leaves in it. The moment they hit the warm water, you'll see the liquid turning golden brown and then darker and darker. That's the tannins at work. Tannins are natural color molecules. Imagine them like little paintbrushes painting your hair strand brown. These tannins don't just sit on top, they bind out to the outer layer of your hair, which is called as cuticle. And the more you use them, the deeper the shade becomes. That's why consistency is the key. It's like layering paint until you get a rich color. Fun fact, tannins are also used in fabric dyeing and leather tanning. Did you know that? If they can color leather permanently, imagine how well they can stain your hair strands naturally without the damage. Now it's time for the next ingredient, which is 1 tablespoon of amla powder. Amla is also called as gooseberry. Amla or Indian gooseberry is one of my favorite ingredients for the hair. And in this recipe, it works like a fixer. Think of when you take a photo without a fixer, the photo fades. Amla is like that fixer for your hair color. It makes the tea's tannin bind more strongly and last longer. But that's not all. Amla is packed with vitamin C, which strengthens the scalp, reduces the hair fall, and even slows down the new graying. So while tea is giving you the color, amla is protecting your hair and scalp at the same time. When you mix it in, stir slowly so there are no lumps left. Let it dissolve and release its nutrients into the water. Once this is done, it's time to add a third solid ingredient in it. This is our coffee powder. 1 tablespoon of coffee powder should suffice. Coffee brings a beautiful deep brown tone. It has natural pigments that stain the hair and also has caffeine, which wakes up the scalp. Caffeine improves blood flow to your roots, and that means stronger, healthier hair growth. So coffee is working double duty here. It's giving you the color also, and also it's stimulating the scalp for your hair growth. And let me tell you something. When tea and coffee combine, they create a rich chocolate-like shade. This is why your hair doesn't just look brown, it looks glossy, shiny and healthy. Plus the smell is amazing. As soon as you add coffee, the whole kitchen smells like a cafe. But remember, this is your hair, not your mug. Now if you have curry leaves at home, add around 8 to 10 leaves of it. If not, don't worry. The recipe still works, but curry leaves are like adding the extra strength to them. Curry leaves are famous in Ayurveda for reversing the early graying. They contain antioxidants and even a small amount of natural melanin, which is the same pigment your hair has when it's naturally dark. As they cook in this mixture, they release their goodness into the water. The aroma will change, more herbal, more earthy, and that's how you know your tonic is getting powerful. Now we let everything cook down. From 2 cups of water, let it reduce to the half, around 1 cup. Why do we reduce it? Because concentration makes it stronger. Imagine making a soup. If you boil it too much, the flavors vanish. But if you simmer gently, the flavors concentrate. Here instead of flavor, we are concentrating color and nutrients. This will take around 10 to 12 minutes. And during this time, the liquid will go from light brown to a very dark brown, almost black. That's the exact richness we want for your hair. Stir occasionally and just watch the magic happening. Every minute the color gets darker, which means your final rinse will be more powerful. Now turn off the flame and let it cool. Never apply the hot liquid to your scalp. Then strain it through a clean strainer or a cloth. Now you have a smooth, dark herbal liquid, a concentrated tonic filled with tannins, coffee pigments, amla vitamin C's, and curry leaves antioxidants. Now, how do you apply this? If you have a spray bottle, fill it and spray directly on your hair scalp. If not, use a cotton ball, dip it and dab it everywhere on your scalp. Or you can simply pour it slowly over your head while massaging with your fingers. Make sure all the white hairs are covered. Focus extra on the strands that bother you the most, the ones near the front or the crown area. Once applied, massage gently for 2 to 3 minutes. This helps the scalp absorb the nutrients and also improves blood flow. Then wrap your hair in a shower cap or towel. This keeps it moist and warm, so the color sticks better. Leave it for around 40 to 45 minutes. After 40 minutes, rinse with plain water. Do not use shampoo right away, or you'll wash out all the fresh color from it. If you want, you can shampoo the next day, but right after the treatment, just a simple rinse is enough. Now here's the secret. Repeat this 2 to 3 times a week. Natural remedies are gentle. They don't shock your hair like chemicals. Instead, they work slowly, layer by layer. The first few times you will notice a slight change only. Then over weeks, the brown shade becomes more visible and your white hairs blend in beautifully. Patience and consistency. That's the real formula. By the way, if you want to make the recipe even stronger, you can add a pinch of henna, which is your mehendi, some cocoa powder and walnut shell powder. But these are optional. Even without them, the recipe of tea, coffee, amla and curry leaves is powerful enough. So this remedy has to be applied twice a week. That is more than sufficient and very convenient too. So what you have to do when you have to have shower, a day before that, you have to apply this remedy. Let it stay whole day, at least 24 hours. So after its application, you have to wash your hair at least 24 hours later. But between that, between this remedy and shampoo, you have to apply an oil. That oil has to be specific for your color and pigmentation retention. That oil you can see by clicking on this video, and click here to join the membership where you can have one-to-one appointment with me. I'll see you at these places. Till then, bye-bye.